and Josh, we're here from the Great Back 2, a new Simpsons review. New for audience, last one, go and check it out. And we are 5 episodes left of season 7 of The Simpsons. So the episode starts with Principal Skinner, obviously, getting ready for his spring break flight, but apparently it's not what he ordered. So he tries to call it, and he pretty much did the changes, but he can't afford it. So he's made this and go to your parents' work day, pretty much. And Bart gets to stay home with Marge on this, and Lisa obviously has to go to the nuclear power plant with Homer. And Homer's like, I would be like, or pretty much this. He talks about this stuff with women and stuff, and obviously Marge is actually accepting it, and even these things that Bart wants her to improve. And yeah, again, she's improved with that until they mentioned Selma and Patty, which, yeah, now he's in trouble. Which, yeah, he's pretty much at the DMV with Selma and Patty, which Marge didn't even think about that before. And of course, he's like, I'm sure Milhouse ain't having as much fun at the cracker factory, which, yeah, he's pretty much having a time of his life with his dad, seeing all these different activities. And Lisa obviously having, I guess, her time of her life at the nuclear power plant with Homer. And showing all the kind of power things of when it's off and when it's out and on. And everybody's panicking and giving Martin some money, and then pretty much all saved it and pretty much getting in trouble with Martin. And yeah, Homer admitting that it's not as fun as Sue would seem for it, which they do use their imagination. And Homer hoping that Sue will be able to do more like this, which, yeah, Bart obviously still at the DMV, with Selma taking their picture and telling him to turn off the printer of the licenses, which, yeah, he gets the idea to actually get a fake driver's license ID of him being 25 years old. And yeah, he shows Milhouse and Nelson the fake ID, which he says that they can do anything with this fake ID, which obviously they go see a movie called Naked Lunch. Yeah, Naked Lunch, rated R. And Nelson said he's got two questions. He's got 2 questions about that movie that they just saw. And then they go to Moe's and pretty much get a beer, which, yeah, Barney is telling them to join them, and they pretty much just walk away. And yeah, they pretty much see Martin with all this stuff that he got and the money, and obviously they're telling him that they don't need something like him with it, even with all his money. And then they get the idea, and they actually take him on a trip, or Bart, Nelson, Martin, and Milhouse go on a trip pretty much, which, yeah, they pretty much in Bart's car, which the dog comes out and gets run over, and they pretty much are telling this lie of this rodeo, which they told their parents, well, besides Nelson. And Marge is actually happy about it, and of course Lisa's jealous about this, because she's like, why can't he do this stuff and Sue can't? And obviously Marge is like, it's time for Bart to do stuff like this. Which, yeah, they pretty much go on a road trip. And, of course, Martin messing with the radio and getting hit in the head and saying, just wondering who's driving, because Bart ain't there, which he's making everybody comfortable, and they go through a corn patch, and, of course, Homer obviously bored at work without Lisa, and when he sees the hazmat suits, he calls Marge wanting Lisa, and yeah, he says if she wants to come back to work with him, and she said she would like that. Which, yeah, they end up out of this cornfield, and Martin thinks they're close to the rodeo, which, yeah, they pretty much don't know where they're going. So they look at the maps, and they're talking about this fair, and he's saying either the fair or Disneyland, pretty much. Which, yeah, they pretty much choose the fair, and they start going. Lisa comes back to the nuclear power plant, and pretty much trying to get free samples of the candy machine, which, yeah, they start psyching it, and Smithers comes along wondering what's going on until she offers him some candy, and he's like, good work. And Homer, hoping that Lisa would actually stay for his night shift. Yeah, Homer's night shift, and they can have a camp, have sleeping bags, and have a campfire, which they accept. And Nelson makes this guy angry and turn his kids around after he said if they complain one more time that they're going to turn around, which Nelson makes them turn around. And they say, can we get some ice cream? Bart's like, sure. And then, could we dust? Then sure. And pick this old guy up. Or pick this stranger up. And like, sure. And then he's like, can we get some ice cream? He's like, sure. Like, that part just had me cracking up. And, of course, Marge, not knowing what she's going to do with Bart and Lisa now gone. And, yeah, she doesn't know who's going to talk to, because all is there is Maggie. And they end up in this really crazy town. And a guy called Andy Williams is performing, which they pretty much go to it. Because Nelson tells them to go to it, and he's all ecstatic with it. And everybody's asleep. And, of course, they're doing truth or dare and telling secrets, like trying to do these prank calls with Mo and Lisa telling Homer about her secret crush, which, yeah, she does say, and Homer already forgot his name, and Lisa saying that this is the best time ever. And Marge obviously watching TV, this, I guess, hypnotist kind of program thing, which, yeah, she turns off. And, yeah, she looks in Lisa's and Bart's room, and she tries to wake Maggie up, and she purposely makes her cry just so she can have attention. They're entering Tennessee, and, yeah, they pretty much see the spear of the theme park. Yeah, and they figure out it's a mess. When the letters fall, they go to see this guy at a wig shop, and yeah, he said that it was gone. That was gone since years ago, pretty much. And he's telling them either buy some wigs or get out, pretty much. Which, yeah, they're saying at least they have the money, still have money. Which Martin then says that they don't have money because he used up all their money for this talking doll. And then they said at least they still have the car, which Nelson is like, this town stinks, and hits the spear and pretty much falls and breaks onto their car. And now they're stranded. No money, no way to get food, and no car, and no way to call their parents. Well, their parents not knowing where they are. And yeah, they pretty much just stranded, and Nelson just making the situation worse, pretty much. And Bart is saying that they can't tell their parents, or they'll kill them. So they have to find some way to get some money. Which, yeah, they try selling Milhouse's glasses, which the guy's counting, the glass breaks, and he pretty much gives the money all back. They throw the luggage that's going to Springfield, but they miss it. And of course, Marge gets a call from, guess, Bart, telling Lisa that it was all a lie, it was all a fake, and it was just an excuse, and trying to tell her what to do, pretty much. And yeah, the whole thing's pretty much not ending as it seems. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. Principal Skinner sees Bart there. Yeah, Bart. He sees Bart surprisingly there without Marge or Homer. And of course, they're still wondering if they can call their parents. And this guy's saying about this whole deal with a Big Mac, which, yeah, I'd take. And Bart is obviously depending on Lisa. And Homer obviously trying to have more fun with Lisa, but she then tells Homer that she needs to tell him a secret, or tell where Bart is. Which, yeah, she pretty much says, and he's like, with his face all red, like he's gonna scream, and he says, just a moment. He puts on the helmet of the hazmat suit and starts screaming, and we can see the screaming is fogging up the glass on it, and he pretty much not able to call, pretty much because, well, they don't want to get Bart, so they're pretty much trying to do this fake delivery and causing some mess to pretty much do the delivery, and obviously can't describe it to Homer or Bart will find out, which, yeah, they pretty much sneak on board. And talking about how he probably wouldn't go back for anytime soon, which, yeah, Lisa angry, Homer angry, and Marge just smiling. And it just ends with pretty much Marge getting these calls like Principal Skinner in these different places, and Homer just keeps hiding under the bed, and then he's completely under the bed and starts laughing, and then just turns off the light. So yeah, that's how the episode ends. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe if you need to. Which one notifications turned on so you miss anything new, and let me know what y'all think. Catch y'all next one. And again, another good episode.